We live, baby. Peace, love, and about the y'all. I know I've been MIA. What is up? Y'all know Pisces season just ended recently, and Pisces falls into my 12th house, meaning I've been needing a lot of solitude, more than I usually do. Okay. I wanted to go live today because I didn't feel like doing the mundane. Okay, let me record. Let me sit and watch my video upload. I actually wanted to come personally and interact with y'all because I miss y'all so much. Don't think, I'm just not consistent. It's just really my life is really very hectic, okay? But this is my work, and I wanted to share my work, okay? So, and then too, if you email me, I know I've been getting a lot of emails for reading. If y'all been emailing me, I will email back. I promise. It's just, like I said, I just need me time, okay? I'm transforming. I'm working with a lot of darker energies, okay? So I want to talk about that too, probably in my next video, not this video, but I do want to thank you, y'all. Good afternoon. Thank you. But, yeah, that's really what my focus is on right now, okay? So today, I wanted to talk about something that has changed my life, okay? I wanted to talk about the power of femininity, okay? I wanted in the law of gender, okay? If you're not familiar with the law of gender, it is one of the Hermetic laws. It is the last Hermetic law, okay? And I'm going to kind of explain that kind of to my ladies, fellas, y'all can tune into, because I think this will help y'all too in choosing the proper woman that will make you feel basically like a man, okay? So I'm noticing a thing with women. Some women are getting together though, but a lot of women are really overly masculine, very, very masculine. We live in a world where women want to compete with men. I believe that the feminist movement kind of, in my opinion, ruined the traditional woman, which is women like myself. Okay, feminism to me is just like, of course, women can do everything that men can do, but just because you can do something, that doesn't mean you should do it, okay? Like I've explained in my other videos, or my last video with explaining the sacral chakra, there are, just because, women and men are built differently, okay? Women are built more feminine, more slender. We build in a lot more weight in our bodies, to attract men and to send a biological signature to men like, hey, we're capable of reproducing, okay? Men are a lot stronger, okay? They're a lot more bulkier in building and build, because they are meant to be providers and protectors, okay? And women are meant to be sustainers and nurturers. Now, a lot of women, when they hear femininity, they think of femininity as being weak, as submitting to a man and do whatever a man, tell them to do. That's not the case at all, trust me, all right? Femininity I have found, and really what inspired me to do this video was, if y'all watch Shira Star Goddess or Shira 7, that's my auntie, okay? She has taught me a lot, not only what it means to be a woman, but also she's taught me a lot in regards to occult knowledge as well. So I really want to give a shout out to her for really, sorry, I got my speaker on, so y'all probably can't hear me. But I really want to give a shout out to her to just for inspiring me to do this video. And also, what's her name? True Brilliance. She inspired me to do this video too, because she had a video talking about the goddess energy. I might go ahead and link it in my bio below, okay? So basically, it's important, in my opinion, like I said, the power of femininity in my life has really changed my life, okay? And for example, it's Sunday right now, and on Saturday, I had went out, to the club, you know what I'm saying, and, I'm looking nice, I'm looking feminine, I'm looking classy, and I noticed that, a gentleman invited, I kind of manifested this too, but still, like, I noticed a gentleman, he invited me into, like, his VIP section, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of sit with him and be with him. So me and my friend, we went there, and I noticed by me being in my feminine element, I attract more masculine men, okay? So when you are overly masculine,
Okay, this is the law of gender basically, and I'm gonna explain the law of gender basically in third dimensional terms. Okay, if you can be a woman or a man, but if you're a woman and you emit a masculine frequency, naturally you're going to attract a feminine man. So a man who probably needs your help, a man who is more very passive, a man who is not competitive, you know what I'm saying, and a man who needs you, okay, instead of wants you, okay. I don't know about y'all, but as a woman, when dealing with a man, I want to be wanted. I don't want to be needed, okay. So, and for example, when you're overly masculine as a woman, some of the traits that looks like I said, I see this all the time, is being an overly independent woman, okay? Being in competition with men, speaking over men, cussing a lot, okay? It's the way you dress. The way you dress, if you're a woman, the way you dress will determine what type of man that you get. Like, for example, if I was to go outside right now, you know, I would get a lot of masculine men, okay? Because they see how feminine I am. I don't try to compete with men. I don't try to, even though I make good money, I really prefer a man to make more money than me because I like to feel like a woman. I like to feel like I'm taken care of and provided for, and I like to play my role as a nurturer and sustainer. I'm not comfortable with the idea of going out, working 8 to 12 hours, and then on top of that, I got to come back, get the kids ready for bed, help them with their homework. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a lot, and that depletes femininity. And I feel like with a lot of black women are really masculine because we never had a feminine woman in the household to really teach us our femininity. Because as you know, predominantly in the black community, the backbone of the black community is the black women. The black woman, I'm sorry. So you have a lot of black women who spent their lives or who were raised, and it's a repeating generational cycle, who are raised by single black mothers, okay? And those single black mothers, even though they did what they had to do, they cranked it out, they worked this amount of hours, and then they came back, and then they fed their kids, they did this, helped them with homework. Even though we're completely capable of that, that does not mean that should be our position. Our position should not be playing the masculine role and the feminine role when it comes to raising our children, okay? You need a male counterpart to help raise your children and help you feel more feminine. Okay, does that make sense? So, and I see this with a lot of black women. A lot of black women really want to one up men. You know what I'm saying? Or make men, and just by them one upping them, it can make men feel really emasculated. And emasculated man naturally wants to seek a feminine. Like, for example, let's say you're in a relationship and the man that you with, you tell him what to do, you correct him in public, you basically take care of him, blah, blah, blah. I mean, yeah, he might like it, but in a sense, in the back of his mind, he's going to feel emasculated. So naturally, he's going to probably find another woman that makes him feel like a man, that makes him feel like, okay, I take care of you, I can provide for you, I can play my masculine role instead of my original woman. She's correcting me, she's making me feel less than a man in public, she's always correcting me, she's always doing this, she's always doing that. I can never shine as a man, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of black women are really masculine because of that example in the black household, with the woman being the head of the household, okay? When you need both the man and the woman, the man as the head, the woman as the neck. Hey Mook, how you doing, baby? I didn't forget about you. I want to let you know too, Mook. I didn't forget about you. I got your text message. I just forgot to respond. So just know. I even got your candle right here in my drawer. So we here. I got you, baby. But yeah. So femininity is extremely powerful. Okay. So I know we live in a world of patriarchy where women feel like, okay, in order for me to be respected, I have to act like a man. I got to be better than a man. I have to be, like I have to fight and get what I want. But in reality, that will really make it a lot harder for you to really be a woman, okay? And I only say that because natural masculinity likes femininity, okay? And an example I like to use, I don't know if y'all seen, it's two Taraji P. Henson movies that I really want to reference, okay? The first one is that Acrimony movie, all right? I don't know if y'all seen that, but that's a perfect example. I'm about to tell you why, all right? So, Taraji P. Henson, she had a husband who he was building a company, but through him building the company, she would really help him the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, she provided him the money. She would tell him what to do. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really view him as a man because he was so dependent on her. Okay. Now, luckily, I think the lesson from the story is wherever you going or wherever you're progressing to, not everybody's meant to come with you. Okay. So eventually, they end up breaking up. He ended up going, being with this other lady. Okay, that works in the kind of the corporate world too. But the corporate lady was a little more feminine. You know what I'm saying? She made him feel like a man. You know what I'm saying? Even though she did help him a little bit, she made him feel like a man. You know what I'm saying? She was a little less masculine than Taraji, and she was supportive. Da 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 da. Like, she did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? She was more in her feminine energy compared to Taraji. And then if y'all seen the movie, Taraji had got mad, like, oh, I waited something years basically to, help you succeed and do this and do this. But in my opinion, I really think she was really ungrateful. Like, I think the man, when he paid her $10 million or $8 million, however much he reimbursed her, she was mad that he had got him and the other girl a yacht. I would have been like, with that $10 million, I would have got my own yacht. Okay, so to me, I think, in my opinion, I think she was wrong. She was a little crazy because there's some men who would do that and will leave you assed out. Okay, but at least he gave her $10 million after he succeeded. You know what I'm saying, to pay her back for all the sacrifices she made for him. So I really think that was a proper reimbursement. Okay, in my opinion. So that's another example of that. The other movie with Taraji P. Henson where you see a lot of masculine energy in women is what's that movie called? It's a new movie. It's called What Men Want. I seen that movie and I instantly noticed that. So once again, Taraji is an executive at a sports agency. She's competed with men all the time. So she got mad that she didn't make partner, and she's like, what the heck? I work my ass off, da da da, it's because I'm a woman, it's because I'm this. And I think she was really using her feminine energy wrong because, she's sitting here trying to compete with men, and even one of the men called her a ball buster, you know what I'm saying, because she's always trying to one-up men instead of just being her natural femininity, and using a little sexiness and using a little submissiveness and making a man feel needed to kind of get to the top, okay, in my opinion. Because if I was her, I would have did it completely different. I wouldn't have been competing with men. I just would have been in my natural feminine element. Of course, I'll do my work, or I'll do my work very as my best of my ability, and what she did. But like I said, she was just so masculine. She was just always wanted to be one of the guys. She was upset that she didn't get invited to poker, which is a very masculine game. So she had a lot of power struggles because, she tried to be a man and she wasn't a man. She would have just used her natural femininity, it would have been a completely different story, all right? So, that's just really what I'm really trying to point out to y'all. It's just so much in femininity that's powerful. A lot of women be thinking being feminine is being weak. No, it's very powerful. Speaking in a slower, in a softer voice. Being a little more, not being in competition with men, not speaking over men, dressing feminine, whatever that may look like to you, wearing more dresses, maybe a little makeup, maybe a little heels, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody don't agree with the weave thing. I like wearing wigs because I can be 3 different people in 3 different days, you know what I'm saying? With my natural hair, you know what I'm saying, it requires a lot of maintenance. Sometimes I don't feel like dealing with it, so I put, a wig on so I can be versatile. So whatever makes you feminine is really up to you. And even I noticed with being feminine, it changed my whole mindset. Like, me walking out like this, I get men opening doors. I get free drinks. I get, you know what I'm saying, like, I get a lot just by being in my natural feminine element, even a gentleman that I mentioned earlier that invited me in his VIP section, he was, and I'm talking about being this way with alpha men. Okay, my definition of alpha man is a man who provides and protects. Okay, I'm not talking about somebody who in their mama basement talking about, I got a dream, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it. I just need you to hold me down. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about men who already got it, men who are established, men who work in their natural masculinity, which is a provider and a. But I'm talking about these type of men only. Any other man that's asking women what you got to bring to the table or what you do for a living. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a woman's supposed to, have her own. A woman is supposed to have her own. You know what I'm saying? But we're not meant to, in my opinion, we're not meant to do it all on our own. Okay? And I'm only saying this because of the example of the men in my family. The men in my family provide very well for their women. For example, my uncle, very wealthy, extremely wealthy, and his wife is a stay-at-home mother. She every time I look on her Instagram, she in California, she in Turkey, she in this, she in that. But she does play her feminine role. She cooks. She's a very good cook, and she raises the children. Okay. Now a lot of women are uncomfortable with that. Personally, I feel like my only job as a woman is to continue the human race or continue the black race. Okay. To me, that is enough validation for me to be in my femininity, okay? I don't feel like I have to compete with a man. I don't have to let a man know how much money I make or try to feel like I have to climb the ladder, okay, to one up a man because, like I said, masculine men like to feel masculine. Men like to feel needed, okay? So if you're doing everything for a man and you telling a man what to do all the time, he's going to feel emasculated. Therefore, he can't play his proper role in being a masculine man. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, with the law of gender, if you're overly masculine female, you're going to attract a masculine man. If you're so that's kind of how that energy works. So even though, and even I know a lot of people say, oh, we're dealing with androgyny energy now. That's maybe true. We are dealing with androgyny energy where both men and women can have both of those qualities. But I'm talking about right here in the third dimension. Right here in the third dimension where some of y'all on the first, y'all going to get a check, be like, hey, your rent due, or hey, your cell phone bill due, or hey, your car note due, okay? In other dimensions, androgyny may work. But sometimes androgyny in the third dimension, that ain't going to get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be trying to live out those concepts but they neglect the physical world. They neglect the root chakra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all with the androgyny shit. I really am. But I understand that I was manifested in the third dimension as a female. I have a vagina, I have breasts, I have a uterus. I am meant to produce children. I am meant to carry on the human race, okay? So that is just my observation, just from me meditating, sitting, and thinking about a lot of things, okay? So, and I know a lot of people, and I really think a lot of men who kind of are against this message, they're the ones who like mediocrity. They're okay with working their little job and not being the best they can be, okay? And some people, like I said, a lot of hotep niggas, they'll use, the white man in the system and things like that, and oh my God, we can't make it through because the white men are doing it. That's an excuse. Like I said, the black men in my family who have black wives are successful, okay? So that might work on a woman who's not used to seeing masculine men lead, but that don't work on women like me, baby. Let me just correct that, okay? Excuse me, I'm eating carrots. All right, let me see what y'all got to say. Yeah, a lot of women who've had to be self-dependent, exactly, end up with a lot of masculine energy. And that's what I'm saying, your sacral chakra is like the driving force to your femininity. Like I said in my last video, go check out my last video, why women need a successful man. I break all that down with the chakras. And how being too overly dependent can really deplete your sacral chakra, which is your femininity. Your sacral chakra is located below your navel or below your belly button. That's where your feminine power is. Okay, that's what brings men to you. Okay, you can be completely dressed up in makeup or whatever, but if your sacral chakra is fucked up, you're not going to emit that feminine energy that brings a masculine man to you, okay? Because your sacral chakra out of whack. All right, so I'm telling you, the sacral chakra is so important for women. I cannot stress this enough. If you want to feel sexy, work on your sacral chakra. Eat orange foods. Where is it? Oh, it's in my bra. I have some carnelian. My mentor, she gave me this. And I use this for all my sacral chakra work, okay, to make me feel like a woman. Every woman likes to feel like a woman. Don't no natural woman want to feel like she a man. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you feel about women with short hair and their femininity? I mean, there's nothing wrong with short hair. Like I said, as long as you got the look to, like you said, I got short hair. You mean like short hair, like like the auntie cut short, like Halle Berry short? You mean short hair like this? Because I have a wig and it's a short hair wig, and it's like a Halle Berry cut, like a little finger wave type of cut. And I still feel feminine. You know what I'm saying? I put on my makeup, select the dress I want to wear, the outfit I want to wear. I'll wear feminine colors. Feminine colors are very important too. So pinks and purples, and maybe some whites, but really pinks and purples are really very feminine colors. Okay, so even emitting that frequency and putting those colors on will make you feel more feminine, especially orange. And I'm honestly thinking I'm going to Carnival again this year, and I'm also thinking that I might wear orange, for sacral chakra, because last year I wore red for the root chakra, so I think I might do it like that this year for Carnival. I might wear orange to really get me in that sacral chakra energy. How much would a man have to earn to court you? Personally, for me, okay, I like to aim high, okay? At a minimum, you have to be making six figures. It's like the men that I attract now, they're very successful. A man that I'm dating now, he's a project manager, and he makes over six figures. And like I said, just by my femininity, just by me being me, making him feel like a man, he paid for my, I didn't even have to ask him. He paid for my hotel for New Orleans when I went a couple weeks ago. And he's also taking me to Cabo for my birthday in May. So it's just, you get more out the world, in the patriarchal world, when you're feminine, okay? Men like to feel like they're men. Men like to feel needed, okay? Don't nobody want a woman who can do everything on her own, okay? Even if it's just the littlest stuff, even at work, if I can't, like, open a jar or something I bought, I'll ask, one of my men coworkers, hey, can you open this for me? I don't feel less than a woman. I feel more than a woman when I ask for help, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm admit, sometimes because I look how I look, and I started wearing wigs and get my nails done at work and stuff, I get less work at my job. I do less at my job because I'm feminine. I'm not saying that you should skate. No, fuck that. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I feel like as a woman, during my self-deification process, I feel like certain things are beneath me. I feel like sometimes I don't really want to work. I don't really want to do certain things at my job. So, and it get taken care of by me being feminine. If I was an overly masculine woman, wanted to do everything a man can do, then it would be a completely different story. It would be a completely different dynamic. So that's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand there is power in being feminine. And the person who really taught me this stuff was Sheer 7 or Sheer Star Goddess. I really highly recommend that y'all check out her videos and get more information about being feminine. Like I said, being your feminine power. Because like I said, I be seeing on Twitter, like a lot of girls be like, yeah, I never pay on dates. I never, ever pay on dates. Especially if a man asks me. I never ask a man on a date. I've never had to ask a man on a date. But if you're going to ask me on a date, okay, I expect you to provide for that date. Now, if a man got a problem with that, perhaps he can't afford to date. But the men that I deal with, they don't mind it. It's nothing. So it really depends on the type of man that you're attracting. It depends on your environment. It depends on the way you dress. It depends on the way you speak and the area in your city that you live in. Like I said, I live in California. I live in kind of like the richer part of San Diego. Okay, so naturally, every time I step outside, there's a Maserati here, it's an Audi here, it's a BMW here, it's a Mercedes here. So I get a lot of that energy You know what I'm saying? Like, I get a lot of that energy here. And any man that asks you to pay on dates, child, you got the wrong one. I don't even know how you got in that situation. Bless your heart. But hopefully this and she your 7 and she your star goddess can be your guiding direction to really change your life. And also, I remember me and Mook was talking, and really that divine feminine energy is really coming in so strong. Women, I keep telling men this. I tell all my guy friends this. Like, sir, all the stuff that you've been doing with women, women are no longer taking it. Like, women are changing their standards, okay? We're moving different. We thinking different, you know what I'm saying? And I really think, and if you notice, a lot of rap music, like Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, City Girls, they talking about basically, you know, if you ain't got nothing to offer me, I can't do nothing with you, baby, you know what I'm saying? And that's really been a misconception now. Like, men really think they're their prize now. And like I said, men are very valuable. Don't get me wrong. Men are extremely, extremely valuable. But a lot of men a lot of men have been in their femininity. And a lot of men think that, oh, because I'm a man, she gonna chase after me. She gonna do this, this. No, baby. Because if you study genetics and anthropology, everybody knows that the woman came first, okay? Like, I like to use science when I explain my points. You have the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. The X chromosome being female, the Y chromosome being male. The X chromosome is 5 times larger than the Y chromosome. Therefore, it has more genetic information than the Y chromosome, okay? So if, based on society standards where man came first and da-da-da-da, okay, how can men come first when the Y chromosome has less genetic material than the X chromosome? Like I said, if I have $20, I can't give you $40. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you more than what I don't have. That doesn't make sense. That's not going to work. Okay? So you really kind of have to really understand that. Yeah, chasing is dead. Never, ever chase a man. I was telling my friend this yesterday, and I've noticed this too, even with me and my experiences recently. A man will do anything to court you and let you know that you are needed. Men's natural instinct is to chase, is to hunt, is to be a hunter. Men like challenges. Don't make yourself too available. Don't try to even, oh my God, I saw this video on Twitter. It was these 2 birds, right? And that's how I'm saying, like, this energy is universal in all species. Basically, it's this male bird, and he does this little dance. I don't know if y'all seen it, but he does this really extraordinary dance, and he nails that shit to try to impress the female. You don't see the female bird trying to be like, oh my God, mate with me, give me kids, give me children. No, it's always the male species that's just like, okay, I got to do this to impress her. Okay, I got to do that. And me seeing that bird really did a good ass job, you know, and doing his little bird dance or whatever. But I really thought that was fascinating. She was just sitting watching like, okay, you know, he got some moves or whatever. That just is what it is. Okay, and I really feel like this new age woman movement, we can do everything by ourselves, is definitely a new world order agenda. I read that. Okay, I have this book called what's his name? I have this book called Behold a Pale Horse by, what's his name? Bill Cooper. They end up killing him because he shared so much information. And that was put in that book, like, okay, eventually they're going to start, you know, trying to make the woman super independent and the male masculine and stuff like that. That's New World Order agenda, okay? So I think women like me and Ashura Star Goddess and Michaela Pink, we're really bringing that energy back. The divine energy is coming in so strong. Like I said, it's not to say that men are not below us. We need each other, okay? Women need men and men need women. Same thing with the atom. Like I said in one of my last videos, the electron, which is negative, which is the feminine energy, and the protons. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the protons trying to do the electron job, and you don't see the electrons trying to do the proton job. They complement each other. They know their roles they're supposed to play. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. So don't fall into this, ladies, please don't fall into this new age bullshit like, oh, and a lot of women feel like that too. A lot of women feel like if I'm not doing something for a man, I'm unworthy of being in a relationship. That's not true. Your existence alone makes you worthy, especially as a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the cradle of civilization. And me carrying that mentality in my outside environment, I get love. Like I said, I get whatever. I get doors open for me. I get discounts on stuff. I get invited to VIP sections. I remember I had went to a Young Dog concert, a couple of months ago, and I sat in Young Doe's VIP section, you know what I'm saying, by just simply being feminine and not a thirsty groupie, you know what I'm saying, like, somebody saw me, Young Doe's cousin, she's a friend of mine, she saw me chilling by myself, I wasn't a groupie, I wasn't thirsty, I was chilling, having a good time, we was at a strip club, I like, I like women, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, I'm comfortable with I can see beauty in other women, because I'm not jealous of other women, I find women attractive. But like I said, she saw that I was feminine, wasn't a groupie, and so she invited me to the VIP section. So I'm chilling with Young Dolph people, you know what I'm saying? So it's just being in that natural energy, and it's so empowering. I don't feel disempowered by being a woman. I feel really empowered by being in a dress makes me feel empowered. It just is what it is. So you want to know how to beat patriarchy? You don't beat patriarchy with masculinity. You beat it with femininity. You beat it with the opposite. Okay. So that's all I want to share. I'll answer any questions that you got for a minute because I gotta go. But I really wanted to come and share that. Like I said, I think now men are trying to be feminine, and I've seen it. I went out with some colleagues. They talking about, yeah, I just want to stay home and my wife work. I'm just like, bitch. What? You want to do what? And when I explained that to them, when I explained to my male coworkers who expressed that they wanted to stay home while their woman works, because they both have girlfriends, and they were Asian guys too, so I went out to some Korean barbecue with them. I explained to them in a feminine way. I'm like, well, women have to do this. We have to raise children, so you expect your woman to work and raise your kids and pick them up from daycare while you stay home. And I was explaining things like the male and female roles, and they just started to feel stupid. Like, I'm like, yeah, and I was dressed like this too, so they knew that I was a feminine woman, and I wasn't about to really hear none of that shit. I'm sorry. So, like I said, men are protectors and providers. If a man can't do that, what you need him for? And I'm getting to the point now in my dating. I don't care how attractive you are. I know I want to live with. Now I know that all women don't have the same values that I do. But I'm the type of woman, I want the best because I am the best. Okay, so meaning I want a man who can provide me with the best, and I'll provide him with my feminine energy. I'll provide him with children. Even me being submissive to men who are providers, that makes me feel like a woman, because I know if I submit to you, you're going to make sure I'm okay. You're going to make sure that I'm provided for. As long as I submit to you, okay, let you have your way. And sometimes you're going to have to do that. Sometimes you're going to have to, the male's ego is very fragile, okay? Sometimes you're just going to have to let a man be a man, even though you're just like, well, I got to do is all I got to do is, if he's taking care of everything, shut the fuck up. Okay? That's how my uncle is. Like, my uncle, like I said, very wealthy man. I remember we went to, and he has a big house too. Big house, lives in like the same area as Matthew McConaughey. Very wealthy, very successful. And I remember, sometimes I used to talk a lot because I'm an alpha woman, but as an alpha woman, I have to learn if I want an alpha man, sometimes I'm going to have to calm that shit down, okay? And my uncle, he's an alpha man. So we was going back and forth, and he basically like told me to shut the hell up. And I shut the hell up because I'm like, okay, Shire, you are living in luxury. You got your own room, you know what I'm saying? He paying for all the food so everybody can eat for Thanksgiving or whatever. And I had to realize that, okay, if a man's providing and he's doing what he want to do, this is his house. So I have no, business. And in his house, if he's making sure that I'm comfortable, if he's making sure that I'm safe, if he's making sure that I'm provided for. And that was the first lesson that I learned in exchanging that power with men and women, okay? Because y'all know me. I'm a very strong woman. I'm very opinionated, but now I know if a man's providing, he's in his masculine energy, sometimes I'm going to have to tone that mug down. You know what I'm saying? Just tone it down. Because if you constantly argue with a man, like you said, he's going to find a woman who's a little bit more submissive. Not submissive meaning you let him do whatever the fuck he want to do, but at sometimes if something makes sense, sometimes you just got to shut your yap. Okay? So, and I think, like I said, a lot of black women have an issue with being submissive. A lot of black women have a lot of issues with being in a vulnerable state. Okay, I know I still struggle with vulnerability, but I'm slowly learning how to just be a little more open, and because men like vulnerability in women, you know what I'm saying? So that's hi Auntie Tracy, I love you too. Oh God, but yeah, I really just really wanted y'all to know that, okay? Being feminine does not mean weak. Okay, there's power in femininity. Wars have been started over the pussy. Okay, don't let men tell you differently. Wars have been started over the pee. Okay, that's it. All right, and that's history. So I have to tell you something. Nobody went to war for dick. Nobody in ancient history has like, yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna conquer this land and we're going to take their men. No, they can be like, well, we're gonna take their women because women are very valuable. So understand that. But each woman has to find her own value in herself. Like I said, I can't make you, but like I said, with hey, what's up? But like I said, Ashira started out as Ashira 7. She helped me to really realize my value as a woman. I didn't get this when I was younger. Like I said, like every black woman they've seen their mother be masculine. They've seen their mother do everything when she should have had her help and being provided for by a man instead of her being the man. So naturally, we think that's the right way to do it or the right way to go. And no, it's not it. You know, because that's why I'm gonna really let y'all in a little secret. I was in a polyamorous relationship in October. Okay, and in that polyamorous relationship, my girlfriend, she was the masculine, she was the provider. Okay, and my man was in this feminine mode. You know what I'm saying? I was looking, I'm like, okay, something ain't right here. And eventually, when you're in a role like that, somebody's going to resent the other. The woman is always going to resent the man for letting her being so masculine and not letting her feel like she's provided and protected for, because that's just natural biology. Ain't got nothing to do with feminism. It's just natural biology. We are the receivers, and when it comes to masculine and feminine energy, women receive. This is, like I said, why we have vaginas. Okay, we receive the man's penis. Okay, and men are givers. All right, and don't let nobody tell you different. So that's it. Let me see what y'all got to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody was taught that femininity was a weakness, and not weak. Personally, okay, I'm gonna let you know something about the twin flame. I don't believe in twin flames. Okay, let me tell you why. I believe that the twin flame concept was made to justify two women, because women really eat this shit up. Was really made to justify somebody who don't want you. Okay, I'm gonna just really keep it real. A lot of people, they be like, oh, he's my twin flame, but he's a runner and things like that. Yes, I believe you have soulmates. You have people who come in your life to teach you things. Okay, but I don't believe in twin flames. Okay, I don't, because to me, love ain't that complicated. You know what I'm saying? And with you having that idea that, okay, somebody's a runner, so you're naturally going to end up chasing somebody, and it's usually a man with a woman. Okay, it can be the other way around, but majority of the time it's the man chasing the woman. She justifies that like, okay, we're not together because he's a runner and this is a spiritual experience. No, sis, that man just don't want you. Like I said, masculine energy is direct. Okay, masculine energy is like, hey, like when I go out, I'll be at a bar or something like, hey, how you doing? You know, my name's such and such. Can I get you a drink? That's masculine energy. Okay, it's not, oh, okay, well maybe he want me today, or maybe, you know, he's running and da 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 da. No, I think really with that twin flame shit is that person is really teaching you how to value yourself to get you somebody who really value you just as much as you value yourself. So no, I don't believe in twin flame concepts. I believe in soulmates, yes, and I believe that soulmates are here to teach you, to evolve you to your highest self, that things that you need to learn. But twin flames, no, I don't believe in that. It may be possible, but personally, from the most part, many stories that I've had and seen with people, and I really thought my ex was my twin flame, but it's just that fool didn't want me at the time. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just reality is what it is. So that's that. It might, I know that ain't what y'all want to hear, but y'all know me. Y'all know I'm going to give it to y'all straight, real, and raw, okay? I get intuitive feelings about Atlantis, and that we are separated now. They imagine and we strengthen them. Yeah, I've been trying to imagine what Atlantis is like. Like, I really think I was reincarnated during the Atlantean times. Like, I really have a strong feeling that during the Atlantean times I was really alive. Cause I feel so old. Like in my soul, I feel old. Like I'm only 23 years old, but I feel 43. Okay, and that's not old. 43 not old, but I feel older than what I am. Okay, that's called old soul syndrome, whatever you might call that. Um. So yeah, that's it. I was raised by my grandma, who was very feminine. It was blessed to see that power. My grandma is taking care of. See, your grandma was a smart lady. I was a very, very smart woman. And I know my friend, her mother was a stay-at-home mom, but and she lived a good life. She's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? She played her masculine role. She cooked, she cleaned. I don't mind cooking and cleaning. I'm not gonna cook and clean all the time. You know, I want my husband to be able to get a maid sometimes, not all the time. If I don't feel like it, but for the most part, yeah, I believe in cooking, cleaning, and raising my kids, especially. And that's another thing too. When you are after this R. Kelly situation, okay, a lot of, like I said, a lot of black women in the black community, a lot of women, period, they'll have to take their children to daycare or take their children to, take them to somebody's house, some family member's house. And you see with the R. Kelly situation, like, you know, it be people who be close to you or people that you don't even know that be doing stuff to your kids because you're forced to play a masculine role. Now you gotta work, and now, you know, even though you should be spending most of that time raising your babies and raising your kids, you gotta be at work trying to provide for your kids because you're playing that masculine role. So that's one of the reasons why I really value, really femininity and traditionalism, because I don't want that to happen to my kids. I don't want to be overworked and feel like, okay, after I drop this baby, I got to go back to work in like a month or two because I need to keep that money rolling because I ain't got a man to really provide that for me. No, I want to raise my kids. I don't want somebody else raising my kids. I don't want the daycare teacher raising my kids. I don't want another family member raising my kids because I got to work all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, y'all see with the R. Kelly stuff, he ended up getting molested. And a whole bunch of stuff be happening to kids. I've seen this one picture on Facebook where this baby, she had her hair cut out after they being at daycare. You know, I don't want that to happen to my kids. I want to be at home raising my children on my own. Okay, and like I said, I think that's really important for women to understand that. I don't want nobody else raising my kids because I gotta work. So. It's hard kind of coming out of ash and energy when you're single mom, though. I try to do little things to bring our feeling. Yeah, I mean, I would say start with your sacral chakra and start dating men who make more than you. Okay, you ain't gotta necessarily tell them that what you do or necessarily tell them that you have kids, but find a man who's a provider man. Find a man who's a little more wealthy, a little more established, because more established men don't mind spending money on women. Okay, a lot of broke dudes, they be like, okay, well, you know, what you doing for me, da-da-da, you broke, okay? It is like the saying says, it ain't tricking if you got it. And I'm not saying trick, but I'm just saying, like, usually, in my experience, men who have it, they don't mind spending it because it's nothing. Spending money on a woman is nothing. So I would say to be in a more feminine role, to really get you being feminine, work on your sacral chakra and find a man that makes way more than you. Be classy. You gotta be feminine. You gotta appeal to those certain men because those are masculine men. And yeah, that's how you really get back in your femininity. I stay at home. I like my husband being home for him. Yeah. See, there you go, Shakira Griffin. I absolutely agree. You doing everything right. So, like I said, I really commend you because a lot of women, like you said with your grandmother, a lot of women, they don't really see femininity in the household. So you got it. Should we look for a specific sign in our ninth house only? Okay, astrology question. Your ninth house, they say the ninth house is like the house of your second marriage, okay? Really for basic compatibility, you want to look really in your fifth house, okay? in your seventh house and in your eighth house. Okay, you can look at your ninth house too, but I would say first start with your fifth house, your seventh house, and your eighth house. Okay, especially the seventh house, because the seventh house is going to tell you which partner you're attracted to the most, or which partner is going to balance you out the most. But you should really look at your ninth house. Let's say if you divorced and you want a second marriage, then that would be more appropriate to look like, okay, what's in my ninth house? Let me see that. Okay, so that's what really I would recommend. So really, start with the fifth house, the seventh house, and the eighth house first. Okay, before you move on to the ninth house. Does one become feminine when working and being on your own has a routine of never change? How does one come? Well, working and being if you want to be feminine, like I said, wear dresses, work on your manners, start doing makeup. You don't do makeup, start doing your makeup. Start going into I don't know where you live, but upgrade your hangouts. So, for example, don't go to a bar at Chili's. Okay, find like the kind of richer and more wealthier parts of your city and go there and have a drink. Okay, make sure you dressed up, make sure you wear feminine colors, make sure you look nice. That's going to make you feel feminine. Okay, like I said, also balancing that sacral chakra too. That's going to even give you a more push. Okay, but if you're doing it on your own, like I said, if you're planning on dating, you need to find somebody that can really be in that masculine role and provide for you. Okay, even though you can get it on your own. Like I said, I got a pretty decent job. It's enough where I'm sustaining myself. It's enough to the point where I can plan a trip in 3 months and I'll be set. You know what I'm saying? But still, I really prefer men who make more than me. You know what I'm saying? In case I might need something, or in case I can't do it on my own, because I can't do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that responsibility as a woman to have the whole weight on my shoulders, because that's going to deplete my femininity. So if you really want to feel more feminine, do feminine things. Get your nails done. Go shopping. Put on some makeup. Do your hair. Get your hair done. Go get you some new clothes. Make yourself feel more like a lady. Like today, like you see, I got on pearls. I got on the black dress. I got my hair done. I did my makeup earlier. I feel feminine today, so I know today's going to be a good day because I look and I feel good. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, keep yourself together. I really feel like women, like I said, the way you dress is going to really depict the type of man that you attract. Okay. Like I said, if you just if you trying to, okay, so certain things, this is what I do. Okay, if I'm going out, okay, with my friends, and I'm not really looking to attract men, I'm gonna dress a little more provocative. I'm gonna dress like a little Tatiana. I'm not gonna go too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna dress a little more, provocative, because I ain't really checking for no men. I want to be with my girls. I just want to feel sexy. But if I'm purposely attracting a man, I'm going to be mindful of the way I dress. That's what I'm saying. Like the last few months, I've remodeled my wardrobe. I'm wearing different things. Like I'm shopping at different places than compared to that I used to. Okay, and that makes a difference of the type of men that you're going to attract in your life. Because I remember I went to New Orleans, right? I went to New Orleans, and I remember watching a lot of vlogs with girls. They were telling, they were saying like, oh, New Orleans dudes, they really aggressive. They be grabbing on you. They be pulling on you. New Orleans dudes, they really this and this and this. I went to New Orleans, and by the way I dressed and looked, I got compliments. I got people, talking to me, but I didn't get grabbed. And I was on Bourbon Street, late at night by myself, okay? I didn't get grabbed. I didn't get harassed like these other girls were saying. And I can kind of see the difference between the way the other girls were and how I was. And I really thought that really made a difference. Because some men will know which woman they can try. If they see a woman that's classy, wearing pearls, you know what I'm saying, they know they'll probably look at you and say something, but they know they ain't about to be addressing a woman who's not really dressed that way. The woman who's dressed a little more, I don't know, boyish or a little more masculine or maybe a little more tacky, they're going to see that, okay, I can't approach her the same way I would approach that. That's how men think. You know what I'm saying? Men, I've been getting into psychology of men, and it's really not that hard. When people say, like, men are really easy, that's really the truth. Like, men are really very easy to figure out, okay? We just be projecting our own thoughts of how we would react to stuff, how men would react to stuff, and that's really not the case at all. So that's like I said, that's important too. The way you dress, is gonna tell the type of man that you like. If you tired of getting broke men, or men who are like more feminine and really not in a position to provide for you or really do anything for you or benefit for you, like I said, look at the way you dress. You know, like, look at the way you dress. That really makes a difference in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak. Okay, you have to keep up with current events. You have to talk, articulate yourself. You have to certain things that you have to do. Okay, I'm not saying that you be Meghan Markle, but I'm just saying, dress a little more feminine, dress a little more. I picture myself dressing like I'm in Hollywood or something, and it works. Like, so that's just me. There's definitely a difference between class and trash. Yes, a lot of women don't understand. I be seeing so many pretty girls, and they just be dressing like girl, like, you don't know, if you just put in some effort, if you just dress differently, you will be bad. But some women got it. Some women gonna learn it. Some women just not. You know what I'm saying? Some women learn too late. I'm not trying to be 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old. Like, okay, I'm ready to change. I'm ready to attract a different type of man. No, I'm doing that now because I've had a lot of different people. The best thing that you can do is learn from other people's mistakes. And I've seen a lot of women who gave me advice like, girl, don't worry about this. Don't focus on dudes. Don't focus on that. Da-da-da-da. Get it together. Like I said, Sheer 7 or Sheer Star Goddess, she really helped me. I'm like, okay, I'm young now. I ain't got no time to waste. Certain dudes I don't even talk to no more. Even though, they might say something to me. But certain dudes I don't even look at. I don't, because it's just like, I know the type of lifestyle that I want to live. I know where I want to be in 10 years. And I can instantly tell when a dude walk up to me, is he going to provide you with the lifestyle that you desire? And then most of the time, the answer is no. So leave him alone. So she said, well, that girl's my chance. Well, baby, you know what I'm saying? Just upgrade yourself, keep working, and maybe we can talk about something some other time. But you're absolutely right. My 5th house is in Libra. Okay, that's interesting. That means, your 5th house is how you flirt. Okay, your 5th house is about romance and flirting and sex and creativity and children and stuff. So I would do more. I'll do more research on that. What does it mean in Ace? What does it mean? This is just a phone call. What does the moon mean in the specific house since it's feminine? Okay, so the house placements, like I always explain when I give readings. Okay, this is Astrology 101. Sometimes my friend keep calling me Jesus, but the planet is the what is expressed. Okay. The sign that it's in is how it's expressed, all right? And the house placement is where it's expressed, okay? So when you have your moon in a certain placement or in a certain house, that means each house is a different area of life, okay? So the 5th house is the house of creativity. The 6th house is your working, your mundane activities. The 8th house is about joint resources and sex and the occult and secrets that you keep from other people. The 9th house is about wisdom, esoteric knowledge, spirituality, okay? So wherever your moon falls into a certain house will let you know, will really let you know what area of life your emotions come out the most, okay? So for example, my moon, I have a moon in Aries. That's why I'm feeling all this Aries energy that's coming in. I have an Aries ascendant and an Aries moon, okay? So this Aries season, I feel like Aries season is my season because this is where I'm coming alive, okay? So my moon is in the 12th house. So the 12th house is the house of Pisces. It deals with the subconscious. It deals with other realms. It deals with isolation and solitude and, like I said, just experiences and things that we can't understand, all right? So my emotions come out the most in my subconscious mind. So I deal with my emotions in solitude. That's why I always tell you all my videos, okay, I'm sorry I had to go through a lot of isolation because my isolation is what makes me emotionally secure. 12th house, okay? So you can kind of understand your moon placement in that sense. But yeah, moon in Aries, I love being a moon in Aries. It's so liberated. I feel like a spiritual warrior. I love Aries energy. I love Aries energy. I'm not sure about Aries men, you know what I'm saying? But Aries women, I love Aries women. They're just the most fun. I get along with them very well. So yeah. So that is that. I think I might do a lot more astrology videos because I'm really learning to perfect my craft. And also I got a lot of stuff coming up. I got like some products I'm really going to sell. And yeah, I'm really just taking this year. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to tell y'all this too. I want to Sun in Scorpio. Oh, that's a lot of water, baby. I love Scorpios. I like a lot of Scorpio energy. I feel like Scorpios, because I'm a Plutonian, so I have like a lot of Scorpio Pluto energy in my chart. Y'all are really the only people, and Scorpio falls into my 7th house and my 8th house. So naturally I get along with this energy because y'all understand me. Y'all understand my shadow. Sometimes I'm a little compulsive, obsessive, you know what I'm saying? I like power struggles and stuff like that. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that, but you know. But yeah, I think this year's the year of the pig, y'all. And this year is about getting a bag. And I remember, y'all seen that video with Cardi B, how she was like, basically 2019 is a million ways to get money. That's very true. Okay. And crazy thing about that is every time I go into an establishment around my area, I see pigs. Like, it might be Asian establishments, or even Mexican or Hispanic establishments, and they have like pigs there, like the year of the pig and year of the boar, okay, or the boars are pigs, and the year of the pigs, or pigs in Chinese astrology, is about financial abundance. And also, if you was born in 95 like me, your Chinese zodiac is the pig, okay? So 2019 is about getting the bag. I'm not trying to hear it. And this is the thing, people think because you're spiritual you're not supposed to like wealth and money. That's not true at all, okay? It's about balancing your material and your spiritual realm, okay? That's like kind of what right-hand pathers believe, that, you know, you're supposed to detach from the physical and go straight to the spiritual. No, because you're still in the body, all right? And I don't want to live, like I said, it's all about self-deification. It's all about self-deification, okay? If you hold yourself to a high standard and you know what you won't accept and what you will accept and what you want, then you're obligated to act that out. Like I said, me studying dark energy and more esoteric knowledge, I'm realizing there's no morality to this. It's like, there's no right or wrong way to doing this. It's just, what do you want to do? Is that in your heart? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to explain that in my next video when I talk about dark energy, because I've been working with a lot of dark energy, okay, lately. I've been working with a lot of dark entities, and they've been coming through, and they've been really powerful. Now, that don't mean, like I said, I'm just really keep it real. Dark don't mean evil. Okay, let's keep that. It just means the absence of light. Okay, and if y'all worried about that, just look at the universe. The universe is 98% dark matter, dark energy. Okay, even when the sun goes away, most of the time, if the sun was to go out now, we'd be sitting in darkness. Okay, so I really gotta understand that, and I really want to explain that. But yeah, 2019 is about prosperity, wealth. There's so many opportunities out here. There's so many opportunities out here, man. I'm telling you. And at this point, it's no excuse. I have to tell myself, too, it's no excuse anymore. So, and that's what I really want to teach y'all. I really want to teach y'all that you are the answer that you need. You are all that you need. Maybe that's my Aries talking. But I think my purpose, one of my purposes is to really unlock the godhood in other people, or unlock the potential in other people by telling them that, hey, if you feel that's right in your universe, in your world. There's no right or wrong. So that's that. I'm a slave, but we come to light, and then we come to darkness. Yep, darkness is everything. Dark energy is everything, and it's changed my life. Like, I can't explain it. And certain people and I really think, I used to think like, okay, why other people didn't get this? But if everybody else learned dark energy, it'll be no purpose for it. Like I said, the world will really be chaotic because everybody be manifesting. So only a certain amount of people on a certain frequency. And I believe the people who really understand this are the people who were in Egypt and who were in the Atlantean age and who were in what's the other civilization? And really the more higher civilizations. Who understand that, because it's like explaining dark energy can only be explained on a certain frequency. Okay, so that's why I try not to push it on nobody. I'm just like, look, it's either you get what I'm saying and what other people are saying that's similar to me, or you just don't get it. So that's that. Working on my dark energy. Yeah. So, could you do a video explaining how to read your natal chart? I already have a video on that. So, it's called Astrology 101. And it's like 30, 40 minutes long, something like that. So, if you really want to check that out, I kind of break down the planets. I break down the houses, what the houses are, things like that. So, yeah. But I'm really, honestly, I think I'm really done here. I really actually want to call my friend back so he can leave me the hell alone while I'm doing my live video. But live chat, I'll check messages. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to tell y'all. I really just wanted to tell y'all there's power in femininity. There's power and femininity doesn't necessarily mean weak, but you have to think about natural, masculine, feminine energies, okay? If you're going to, if you're a masculine man and, you know what I'm saying, you have a masculine female, that's not going to work because she's going to always want to fight for power. She's not going to let you want to be a man, and you're going to resent her for it. If you're overly, if you're a woman, you're overly masculine. But with a feminine man, you're going to be, that woman, she's going to resent you because you're not making her feel like a woman. You're not making her feel like she's in a safe space that she needs to be, or, you know, in a feminine position. So a lot of that is really, really important, y'all. I'm telling you, it's nothing wrong with being feminine, ladies. The more feminine you are, the more masculine of the man you're going to attract, okay? Like I said, being in competition with a man ain't what's up. Actually, as a woman, to me, same thing with men. As a woman, I'm not in a competition with a man because I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? The first deities were women. There is no competition in that. And that might sound arrogant. Excuse me if I sound arrogant. I got Mars and Leo, okay? So, Mars and Leo, sometimes that comes out. But it just is what it is. And I understand that now. Like I said, I wasn't raised like this. My mom, she has very masculine traits. I be trying to tell her, like, listen, if you want to get the type of man that you want, you're going to have to tone that down a little bit. You're going to have to, with your accomplishment. My mom is very successful. She's a very successful woman. She has a PhD, successful, makes 6 figures, but she's so masculine to the point she, in my opinion, she attracts feminine men who make less than her, okay? And I really think my mom is somebody who deserves somebody who makes more than her, who can really help take care of her. Even though she don't need it, it's just a simple fact of making a woman feel like a woman, okay? So that's it. That's all I want to say. Like I said, ladies, if you are interested in more in femininity, watch Shira 7. Shira 7-1. So that's SHERA 7. The actual word 7-1. Okay. She gives a lot of information and a lot of details on how to be more feminine, what men like, how, things like that. And even if you the type that just want to get to the bag, she tell you how to get to the bag, okay? Trust me, I use some of that advice, and I got me a little bag, you know what I'm saying? So, that is it. I'm going to let y'all go, because I have to go myself. But, yeah, Shira 7 is very powerful. She's literally a walking goddess. Like, I don't get intimidated by people at all. I really don't get intimidated by people. I feel like with her, I'll have to come with her with, like, 7 bowls of fruit, $200, and, like, that's how powerful her energy is. Like, and it's coming from somebody like me, I never get intimidated. But it's like from one god is representing another. She has a very ancient soul. I can tell she may actually be Ashira, because, you know, Ashira is actually, like, a goddess that was worshipped before. What's her name? What's that goddess name? I did research on that, too. She was a goddess worshipped in Babylonian times, but I think she really might be that manifestation of that goddess. Like, that's how powerful she is, and I really respect her. So, yeah, y'all check her out. She's really dope. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle on out of here. But with that being said, if y'all got any questions, feel free to comment. Please share this with any woman that needs it or anybody that might need it. And,